Before I proceed with this video, I understand it might be a little bit too long for some of you. So if you could just scroll down, take a look in the description right now, you will see I have provided chapters. With this brand new Rust door right here in front of us, perhaps a certain skin has caught your eye, and you're in desperate need right now to get a good look at it. Well, if you want to skip ahead, just look at the description. All the chapters are provided there. So that, good day, Ruskin Jewers. Hope you're right, 'cause it's time to showcase the last Rust door for August 2025, the August 28, 2025 Rust door. A lot of people have been complaining, why do we have a small Rust door? Are you greedy? We just had one of the biggest, or probably quite literally the biggest Rust doors last week, with the big surprise that was the Complete the Set's 10-year anniversary Rust door. I didn't even know that was coming. That was a big surprise to me. 19 skins in total, and you're complaining about getting 8 the next week. Let's just pace ourselves. Personally, as an investor, I'm fine with this. I'd like to have a period of time where I can just breathe for a bit, relax, chill out. I don't want to be constantly buying skins every single week. It's nice to do so if you can flip it pretty easily, but if we keep seeing excessive amount of skins being accepted, that'll only cause complications. You would probably hardly ever see any skins go up in price and make some sweet, delicious profit. So it's fine for what it is. Small Rust door, but we see the return of the Sinotype collection. Sinotype hype shall continue. But we've got the clothes box, not the scrap one. Scrap was submitted just this past weekend, but clothes was submitted the week before. So, okay. Scrap might be, as a backup. But I believe at some point, Odyssey, the skin creator, he'll probably just keep making more and more every week. At some point, Facepunch will turn around and say, hey, can you stop doing this now? We'll accept the final one that you have, as a backup. And then that's it. And as I said previously, is it going to end as we hit Halloween, or will it end just after Halloween in November? We've got about, another 8 Rust doors until Halloween, potentially? Are we going to have 2 weeks of Halloween or 3 weeks of Halloween? Not sure. So, okay, we'll keep an eye out for that. Christmas is very close, isn't it, as well? Oh, it's only getting closer. Ooh, time flies. We also see the return of the random skin that's been waiting for a very long time, a boot. Another boot has been accepted. After seeing so many pairs of boots in the past, few months? After seeing about 4 the previous week, Glister Boots have been waiting for 3 years to be accepted. So, okay, fair enough. I've noticed some very nice spike demand, spike in price today. So overall, not going to complain. Let's pace ourselves. Let's take a bit of a rest. And don't forget, next week's September Forcewipe. We'll probably have a big Rust door then as well. So, okay, fair enough. Not going to complain. So let's navigate over to here and take a look at the Rust door and quickly point out which of these skins are and are not abnormal. And to make things nice and easy, I have prepared. I can confirm Black Ops Bow is not abnormal. I can confirm Glister Boots are not abnormal. And I can confirm Dominus Mortis MP5 is also not abnormal. So that means the backpack, the tier 3, the large box, and the wooden double door, they are abnormal. We'll chase after those next Wednesday night, next week of course. We'll figure out prices beforehand, and we'll try and pick these up for some cheaper prices, and hopefully make some sweet, delicious profit in the future. So let's just quickly close these tabs, and let's just talk about the Rust door. Another wooden double door has been accepted. Pretty cool. Over the past month, lots of skins have been submitted for wooden double doors because it was the chosen item for the month. This initiative started last month, back in July. The first item to be chosen was the Salvaged Ice Pick. In short, these items are being picked because they just don't get that many skins accepted. The next one for September is the M39. So if we start seeing a lot of those in the workshop, don't be surprised, okay? And don't be surprised if we start seeing quite a lot of them being accepted in Rust doors. Could we still see a wooden double door next week? I actually would anticipate it. I still believe it can happen. And will we see wooden double doors being submitted as frequently? Will it go back to normal where it's like an uncommon sight? Keep an eye out for the upcoming submissions. So overall, we've got some interesting collection continuations. Abyss, Black Ops, Dominus Mortis, Glister, Sinotype, Tomb of the Octopus, but a brand new tier 3 set. Night Demon tier 3. Where's my entire tier 3? I am most upset. Most upset. Where's my entire tier 3? Anyway. Seems we didn't continue a collection. We've started a brand new one all over again. Okay, well, fair enough. It is what it is. But I think a lot of people are a bit upset. Okay. So I'd just like to quickly point out the Rust rotated about 8.5 hours ago. Yep, it was an early Rust rotation. Kind of surprising, but I was there when it happened, so I actually got some good barders for the regular skins that appeared last week. So hopping back over to here. With this current Rust, the skins have been selling quite nicely. Having waited 8 or so hours, I can confirm to you some of these skins are selling pretty excessively. Sinotype Clothes has already surpassed 11,000 subscribers. 8 hours times 3, could that potentially have over 30,000 subscribers in the first 24 hours? Oh my, that might be a problem. Just to remind you, the Sinotype skin that sold the most in the first 24 hours was Ore, and that did 25 to 26,000, because unfortunately I was a bit late to get the screenshot, so okay. Black Ops Bow's getting a lot of attention, but I think people might be gullible. They've heard that it has pay-to-win transparency. I'll point out to you, it's not that helpful. You might like the style of it, fair enough. Black Ops Collection's done quite well for itself, but there's it's not super helpful. I'm just pointing out, it's not like crossbows. With the recent Stinger crossbow, the transparency we had, it's on the horizon. You can see a lot more, but with the transparency in that, yeah, I don't think you actually know what's helping you. So okay, cool. I can confirm Dominus Mortis MP5 has a nice transparent aim sight, so we'll be showcasing that. So overall, it's a perfectly fine small Rust store. Shall we just get started and discuss all the skins that we have on display right here? SMM's still a bit funny, so I'll start off with Skinlytics. This is skinlytics.app, and this is the most up-to-date Rust store. Now this might be a little bit behind. All the websites, they kind of update themselves at different times, but there you go, just need a quick refresh. Sinotype Clothes has appeared, and let me tell you, all the other skins, we had a bit of a slump last week because everybody just assumed the worst. Oh no, no Sinotype this week. Facepunch clearly has given up on it. No, it was a random complete sets Rust store. It was a one-off occasion. Chill out. I tried to warn everybody, but no. I saw people panic selling the Sinotype tools. All the prices went down, but with you rather this today, it all went back up again. Not ridiculously high, but they have improved. I do believe we're going to get at least 15 of these. But as I said, if you're aware of the dates, if you're aware of the possibility of seeing 3 weeks of Halloween again, like last year, maybe we might end with only 14. Maybe we might still get a few more in November, don't know. But if we have 3 weeks of Halloween, it's going to be quite awkward to see more Sinotype afterwards, I guess. We'll see. Anyway, Clothes is selling quite a lot. If you're a bit concerned about that, I don't blame you. Tools sold quite a lot, but didn't sell as much as Ore. But it also kind of dropped off pretty quickly. But then again, as I said, because we didn't get the Sinotype skin last week, everybody kind of panicked a bit. So we'll keep an eye on this. By all means, long term, with a complete collection, I think this will work out quite nicely. So if you want to go buy one for yourself, that's fine. If you're slowly building up your own collection, that's totally fine. But if you're looking at this as an investment, that's an abnormal skin. You don't need to race to, don't have to rush to get like an investment in now. You could buy one for yourself, wait till next week, Wednesday night, we'll all hop on my stream. Stream link is in the description if you go see that for yourself. But if I could just quickly navigate over to my YouTube, we did pretty much that last night with the abnormal barders with the complete set skins. Last night, I made a massive point talking about that Legacy Kevlar jacket. Out of the whole Legacy Kevlar collection, it sold the least. And I said, even though we've got plenty of black jackets and whatnot, just that in its collection, which is a fairly in-demand collection, Legacy Kevlar has actually done quite nicely recently. That should actually work out very nicely. So we did the barders, did some pretty good barders. That had barders going all the way up close to its Rust store price. I felt more confident to invest into it. And I can confirm I did buy some. So let's just quickly point out some of the purchases I made with the most recent Rust store. So if I go over to here, if I can just quickly navigate to the very end. Come on, let me click. Thank you. Right then, so get a good look at this. I bought 35 Legacy Kevlar jackets. I bought some on my other account. 20 Camouflage jackets. The boots and the gloves for the Space Raider. And in total, 30 Oasis Sheet Metal Double Doors. If you're a little bit confused, why do you have 27 there and only 30 Legacy Kevlar jackets? I did my first ever purchase on my How Power account, the restricted $100 account. So I've actually made my first ever purchase on here. Cool. So it felt very reliable. And the reason why it felt very reliable is because I could see the early buy orders after doing the abnormal buy orders. Super helpful, super beneficial. Please consider watching the first 5 minutes of this video. And then you can skip ahead to the Barders chapter. And then you can watch me discuss, looking at all the abnormal Barder support, do these skins look reliable to consider just buying straight from the rust store? A lot of skins last night, really did. So, how much is that jacket right now? Oh, that's a funny thing to bring up. All of the skins from the previous week have gone up in price, like, pretty quick. Like it's a bit ridiculous. See this right here? Sold for $2.49. On the Steam market right now, it has Barders going up to $4. Or it did. Seems with the next batch of skins becoming marketable, quite a lot of people did sell theirs directly to the Barders. But this was pushing up to $5 earlier. Give it a good several hours, it'll probably go back up again. A lot of people like it, a lot of people want it. Still only 27 listings. That's a pretty interesting future. I felt confident with that. Abnormals, super helpful. So, sorry for going on a bit of a side tangent there, but if you aren't fully well aware of abnormals, you're going to hop onto that. Sinotype clothes, by default, as I said, I fully expect you to do quite alright. I fully expect you to do nicely in the long term with a lot more skins. But in the short term, could there still be issues? After the recent panic, I won't be surprised if we do see a bit of a slump. Of course, around October time. September, October, November. Ah, yes, I know, I've said it many, many times. But we are expecting a bit of a drop-off. Quite a lot of skins have actually risen up quite nicely as of recent. With all due respect, I have to point that out. But still, it's expected they'll drop off again. So I need to do another summer update video. It'll probably be coming out this Saturday. Keep an eye out. But overall, keep an eye out on these prices. Keep an eye on your buy orders. Monitor them. I've had a few skins dumped on me recently because I wasn't doing a very good job. Unfortunately, I have lots of accounts, so it's hard for me to keep track of everything. So, okay, cool. Stop complaining. Shall we go in game right now? Give it a good look. And, yeah, we can discuss if you like it or not. And we could discuss the future a little bit more. And here we are in game. It's so routine now. We rise up. We look at the picture. Got a nice bit of clothing. Nice little needle and thread. Couleur. You can read this by now, right? And yeah, there you go. Picture on the side. Long side. A lot more people would prefer it if it was this side. Couleur. Yeah, it's a bit awkward, that one, but yeah. I don't think people are going to complain that much. You've got to wait for another collection to come out before you can complain. Anyway, quick look at night time. With the light right next to it, as per usual. It's a fair bit reflective. Yes, we can see that. And of course, in total darkness. Ta-da! So yeah, it's bright, it's blue, it's clothes. Are you happy? Now, what would you prioritize next? The most recent skin to be submitted was scrap/recycler. So basically all the things that you want to recycle next. That's the intention. I think we need armor. Do we necessarily need a stone, wood, metal frags box as well? Could we just say like resources? Something like that, generalized. Then we can have some more unique ones such as car parts and all that. Hey, it's your opinion. Diving equipment? Arm box? You tell me. With that, let's now go ahead and showcase the next skin. Next up here we have the Black Ops bow. So, I'm under the impression a lot of people have seen that has transparency. I've seen a few people mentioning Hedge. It's got pay to win aim sight. The bow doesn't have an aim sight, does it? Anyway, you can clearly see it right there. Perfectly nice. Quite shiny. Oh yeah, let's get a good look at that. Looking pretty sweet, looking pretty cool. However, let's take control. I aim. Oh my goodness, I can see more of the sky. Oh, I can see some of the clouds now, yay. You're telling me that's pay to win? No, you just see the sky. As I mentioned earlier, with the crossbow, the Stinger crossbow, the reason why that was so special is because it was all on the horizon. When you're looking around and whatnot, everything's usually level on the horizon. But when this is in the sky, at best, maybe it'll help you quickly notice someone's in a minicopter or something, you know what I mean? Like, that's not helpful. Now, the design is nice, so I'm not going to ridicule the design. Another Black Ops skin. People like Black Ops. Some of the skins are working out quite alright as investments at the moment. Some of the skins did suffer pretty badly, but they have recovered to a point. But to sit here and say, oh yeah, it's a pay-to-win bow, super great, awesome, wonderful. I can't say that, I'm sorry to say. Maybe it might give you the slightest extra little benefit, but to be honest with you, no, I don't think I can support that, I'm sorry to say. So yeah, by all means, if you like it, go buy it. Support the skin creator, keep them nice and motivated, keep wanting to put nice creative designs. Treat yourself, right? But I'm not convinced. It's not the first time we've had a transparent bow like this as well. I'm sure we've had another one. I can't remember off the top of my head, but maybe we'll find that out in a second. Anyway, I'm going to keep shooting dome. Now, come on now. Let's go on stage and showcase this and see how it looks. So yeah, it's a fair bit shiny. I do have to inspect as I look at that. But yeah, if you've seen the previous Black Ops skins, they've been fairly reflective as well. Right then, let's just try and strike a pose, and wha-bam. Yeah, it's quite dark, Hedge. Sorry. But is it super noticeably reflective? To a point, Well, turn the lights back on then. It says bow on the side, all nice, sleek black design. I can't complain. Nice red line as well. I mean, if you like it, by all means, comment below. I just personally don't see it as a super insane, wonderful investment. I think it's just going to end up like most hunting bow skins, which unfortunately, they don't really work out super great. Now, some of you might have been wondering, hey, does it like glow in the dark or anything? Okay, fair enough. Let's go try, find out. And as I inspect it, I mean, not really. I don't really see anything different. I can see my hand. Well, that's helpful. But yeah, no like glow. Nightlight isn't super insane for it. Okay, well, we gave it a good look and whatnot. How about we go hop back, look at the websites, and showcase all the recent hunting bow skins, see how they've been holding up recently. Okay, so in SCMM, let's go quickly take a look at all the recent hunting bow skins, see how they're currently holding up. Okay, yeah. -41, -34, -19, and -40. Look at last year's skins as well. -22, -29, -11, -29, -12. But this one, the Abyss Hunting Bow, that's actually gone up by about 50%. So, okay. Not all of them are down bad, but that's, it's just the one. Just the one. And with great thanks to my chat, they just quickly informed me the other skin that I was thinking of in regards to another transparent sort of view was the construction site bow. Yeah, that clearly is super in demand and whatnot right now, isn't it? For a very long time, it was actually cheap. Like, no one really cared for it. Being straightforward with you. But yeah, that has been selling for less than 80 cents for quite some time. Recently, it has picked up, so that's nice to see. But the main point I'm trying to get across is Black Ops bow is not special. There you go. It's supposed to look like a crane. Very clever idea produced by Dark Schneider. So, yeah. This whole idea is not unique. And evidently, based on the price, not very in demand either. Cool to see more of it, but it just leads me to believe that that's not really going to hold up super great. Maybe it doesn't go down as bad like most hunting bows, but I still expect it to go down, if you know what I mean. Like, some of them went down to close to $1. Maybe that might stick at $1.20. Still going to go down. It's also not abnormal as well. So Wednesday night, at best, we can just look at the sales and make considerations. But don't really feel super confident for it. Now, as I said, it is part of the Black Ops collection. Oh, yeah, that's not like super great at the moment either, unfortunately. Not down super bad, but not exactly holding up super great. Revolvers are always reliable. So, okay, fair enough. I'm still convinced at some point they're going to do armor. I'm still convinced. Maybe they're properly pacing themselves and wait until next year. Okay, fair enough. We only get so many blackout alternative options every year, so alright, fair enough. We'll keep an eye out for that. But yeah, still thinking the same. Not feeling that confident. I wouldn't be surprised if it does like slip below, $2 price, especially as we get closer and closer to October. So, all right, fair enough. I feel like I've said all the points I need to say. Let's now talk about Dominus Mortis MP5. So in regards to this has a transparent aim sight and it is useful. It's not as comparable to the Heatseeker MP5, but it still is nice. However, Have you seen the price of the Heatseeker MP5 recently? In fact, I think it's on the front page. It was. It usually is. Every now and then. So if I refresh now, oh, there you go. So, it has almost 2,000 listings. It did recently recover a fair bit, but it has gone back down. When you see other people doing this, oh no. Some people just can't help themselves. Inevitably, as time goes on, if we do not see anything compared to this, it will always be the most expensive MP5, most likely. I mean, no, you can't say that because we've got some super old ones that are super expensive. Probably the most in demand. That would probably be the more appropriate words to say. Dominus Mortis doesn't compare, but it is still useful, and it is still getting skins accepted. But because this exists, unfortunately, I don't think Dominus Mortis is going to be one of the most prolific MP5s. We also have a lot of Twitch drops as well. Can't forget about that. So this year as well, just this year, look at the amount that we've had. And then, Canazin MP5, Augustabo MP5. Yeah. Also, look at all these skins and tell me how many of them are in the positive. 1, 2, down bad, 3, 4, down bad. Quite a lot of these down bad. Only Cybercore in the past 2 years is in the positive. That's not looking very good. So, for what it is a collection that's slowly growing. But Dominus Mortis collection isn't exactly, it's not exactly changing the world. But it isn't exactly down super, super, super bad. It looks like it's actually holding up a little bit better compared to most AK-47s and most SARs, but it is still down. Okay, well, fair enough. I won't be surprised if we see a lot more Dominus Mortis skins in the future. I wonder how far it can go. And with its ghastly, ghoulish design, do you think they could actually have a Halloween skin? Just Dominus Mortis collection continuation. I'm not saying no. If the From Hell collection could have a random rug skin and a wooden double door being accepted one year and a few others in the previous Halloween rustors, what's stopping that? It's ghastly. It's ghoulish. It's befitting of Halloween. So Jan, de nouveau, congratulations with a third skin being accepted. What could we see next? What would you like to see next? We've had an AK. We've had a SAR. We've got the MP5. What would you like to see next? I wouldn't say no to Dominus Mortis clothing and armor. Make me become the ghoul. Ooh, that might be cool. Roadstone gloves with the golden claws. Ooh, that might be pretty sweet. So Jan, de nouveau, you've got quite a lot to think on. For now, let's hop in game, give it a good look, and you can tell me if you like the transparent aim sight. And here we are in game. Give it a good look at this. So it doesn't really compare well to the Heatseeker MP5, and I must have said that like 5 times already. But yeah, point made. Still useful, still nice. It's just can't help but assume the fact that Heatseeker exists, you're just going to suffer, unfortunately. Perfectly fine, ghastly, ghoulish design with some gold trim, looking pretty sweet. Quickly shoot the dome. Give it a nice little reload. Bop, bop, bop. Quick look at night time. Just to confirm, no glow in the dark. Nothing that's going to make you scream. Don't want people seeing you at night time, of course. So, yeah, not too bad. A perfectly fine looking design. But, is it actually going to be okay? I doubt it. Alright, the more the merrier. Let's see how far it can go. And let's go ahead, look it on stage. Yep. Quite reflective. The gold is shiny. Give a good look at that. Alright, cool. Let's now strike a pose. Look pretty. The face of a ghoul screams at you. If my hand wasn't covering it, I do believe his claws are like reaching out at you. So, okay. I think it looks cool. Do you like it? And as I said, what would you like to see being made next? Thompson? Jackhammer? Personally, I said tier 3. That might be a pretty cool shout. But might be a bit questionable to see any more tier 3 for a while. What makes you say that? Well, because we got Night Demon tier 3 armor. It quite literally spells it out to you. Get a good look at that. Night Demon. Quite scary. Oh yes, oh yes. If anything, it could be the ghoul. The ghoul we just saw in the MP5. Yeah. Looking pretty sweet, looking pretty cool. Now this is made by Little Ranger. Now it's nothing against him. It wouldn't be the first tier 3 armor we've seen this year that potentially might not get a collection continuation. Do you remember, what was it called? There's another bit, it's been quite some time now already, I completely forgot the name of it, but we'll showcase it to you in a bit, don't you worry. But he had some tier 3 armor being accepted, and it didn't get any collection continuations. He did try. Oh, yes, he did try. But Facepunch was like, nah. There's quite a lot of collection continuations we're anticipating for other Cloven Armor pieces. Unfortunately, not everything gets completed, which is quite ironic because we just had a complete sets Rustor. Conflicting messages here. But overall, do you like the idea of it? Do you think it looks nice? Feel free to comment below. And yeah, guess we'll keep an eye out for tier 2. If you get all the writing on the kilt, it actually look pretty sick. Right then. Let's go find out what that other tier 3 was, and let's discuss how well this might do in the future. Okay, so what was I on about? I kept thinking Shinobi, but I remembered that wasn't the answer. Shogun. Right. Little Ranger has made plenty of very cool looking skins over the many years. He's got the second most in total out of all the skin creators. And unfortunately, even he can complete a set. But anyway, yeah. You may recall we got this earlier this year. Very nice, very cool theme. But unfortunately, never got the tier 2, never got the hoodie and pants. Now, I'm pretty sure we saw like 2 instances of the tier 2 and a good instance of the hoodie and pants. Let's just quickly remind ourselves. Tier 2, no hoodie and pants. I see. Well, kind of illustrates the point. Even this skin creator can even continue from a tier 3. So do you feel super confident we're definitely going to get a whole lot more of the Night Demon tier 3? I mean, I'm not against the idea of seeing more of it. It's just, I'm a little bit not confident. But hey, if we do, that tier 3 is still going to spike a price ever so nice. When a new core piece is accepted, or boots and gloves, you will see a nice rise in price. If you were to see more of it being accepted. So at the very least, we have to keep an eye on the workshop now. We will see more Night Demon tier 2, boots and gloves, or hoodie and pants being, submitted. Keep an eye out. But let me also remind you, the skin creator, he is involved with a lot of collections because he's been around for a very long time and been very successful. The point I'm trying to get across is Abyss collection, Toxic collection, Croco collection, cock. There's a lot of cocks there. Yes, there is quite a lot of cocks. But point established, I think you understand what I'm saying. So you might not see Night Demon for a while. Keep an eye on the workshop, keep an eye out, see if there's any collection continuations on the horizon. Personally, I would focus that because clothing armor tends to get a lot more interest compared to like other weapons and whatnot. Unless you've got something super insane, like Heat Seeker. So anyway, that's fine for what it is. Not exactly selling that much either. 8 hours in, only just under 4,000 subscribers. I have no complaints. That very likely might not even reach 15,000 subscribers, I guess. A bit of a very rough generalized estimate, but we'll see. It's okay. Do you like it? Comment below. And now, let's talk about the next skin. Tomb of the Octopus, Wooden Double Door. The return of the Tomb of the Octopus. It only had 2 skins beforehand. There's been some very cool designs made over the years, but Facepunch was like, nah. 2 very nice looking sheepman double doors and an awesome looking rug. Like, if this were to be accepted, you could make your base look like an underwater temple. It's awesome. I think it looks awesome, but no. Like, for Halloween, like to have some cool theme bases, I think a lot of people think it would be pretty nice. Pretty sweet. But, yeah. Didn't happen. What I'm saying is there a likely chance we could see more of this collection? Well, seeing the wooden double door is a big surprise. There was a lot of competition, by the way. Lots and lots of competition. But Tomb of the Octopus 1, is that it though? Could we not see another wooden double door? I'm still under the belief that we probably will see one next week for September Forcewipe. I'm still under the impression that could happen. But the next focused item is, of course, the M39. Maybe we just get that instead. I mean, we'll see. So, 3 weeks in a row now, we have seen a wooden double door being accepted. And like in a short amount of time, we've seen 4 wooden double doors being introduced because we had the charity skin. That's got transparency and glow in the dark. Unfortunately, as expected, after seeing how the salvaged ice pick behaved, initially 1 skin is accepted, tons of sales, lots of people with super invested interest into it, but then another one appears, and then another one appears, and then another one appears, and suddenly that first one isn't so special anymore. Legacy wooden double door. The transparency is nice, like useful, beneficial. I saw the cool Oblivion video with the trap base and whatnot. Still suffering. Not suffering dramatically though. Only a few listings below its restore price. But you probably will see more and more people listing theirs if they keep seeing more and more new ones. If we keep seeing more and more new ones, it's not so special anymore. Wood double doors. We originally didn't have that many. We still don't really have that many. But in such a short amount of time, a lot of them have appeared. And now they're starting to suffer because of it. It's a struggle to maintain your interest. It's a struggle to now maintain its price. So if we do see another one next week, that very likely will suffer. This will very likely suffer. The next one very likely might suffer. But 20,000 plus subscribers, 13,500 subscribers, how much will you have? At the very least, this glows. The previous one, the military storage, that didn't really do anything. It was just green and that was it. I think this will be getting more sales compared to that. I do believe it will get more. But if it's got like equal or less, okay, you know what? That actually might work out quite all right. And the potential to see the return of this collection, I mean it probably would help that out a lot. So okay, I think we've said more than enough. Shall we go in game now? Give it a good look, and you can tell me, do you like the 2 Mini Octopus wooden double door? Now let me remind you, the past month I must have seen about 50 wooden double door submissions. So for the free skins we've seen being accepted these past few weeks, I know, pat them on the back, I guess. I've seen transparent designs. I've seen glow-in-the-dark designs. I've seen transparent and glow-in-the-dark designs. But it seems transparent, regular, and glow have been separate. Do you reckon potentially next week we might get a transparent and glow-in-the-dark sight one, or we'll see. Dark sight, dark, glow-in-the-dark. Sorry, brain thinking too quickly, mouth not cooperating very well. Hedge. That's a sinister looking design right there. And it does reflect quite nicely with the lights right next to it. To a point. Of course, in total darkness, well, it's a whole lot more sinister now, isn't it? Now here's a good consideration. Naval update. Is it in October? Is it in November? Could we start seeing a lot more aquatic themed skins being picked and appreciated? Actually spoke to Himmick earlier. I said, well, consider that, Mr. Himmick. Maybe we might want to continue the set. If he feels motivated, I think we might be having a fun time with 2 Mini Octopus again. That's a cool looking design. It's like a haunted pirate ship with the colour and whatnot. So, yeah, not too bad. So, are you a fan? Do you like what you see? I think a lot of people actually would have liked that. But again, we do see more wooden double doors. There's going to be problems for that. Long term, though, I think that's going to work out regardless. Okay. Might be better off with a builder, and that is abnormal. So, okay, we'll leave it at that then. Shall now move on and showcase the next skin. A lot of people tell me this is my good side. My back to them. Anyway, get a good look at the return of the Abyss collection. So he's just shrieking at you, or trying to bite you. I'm not sure if that's a very good thing about a backpack, but I guess at the very least it'll keep it secure. But trying to put, take your things outside the backpack, oh dear. So yeah, pretty cool. Shiny, scary, very scary. But overall, what are your thoughts? Now, nighttime, quite reflective with the lights nearby, not too bad. But does it glow? Because I'm sure many of you are fully well aware, quite a lot of the Abyss deplorables do glow in the dark. No. I do not see any showcasings of glow. Should be fine. Nothing to worry about. Okay, fair enough. So, alright. It's nice. But here's the thing to be aware of. The clothing and armour set does appear to be fairly in demand. The price has sold reasonably throughout the summer. Prices have done quite nicely. And with the acceptance today, did we see any of the other skins go up in price that much? Need I remind you, Tier 3 came out first, but it sold the most. We didn't realise that was going to happen until obviously it happened. With the recent clothing armour skins, we have seen boots and gloves come out, selling quite considerably less compared to the rest of the clothing armour skins, and they've ended up going up in price ever so nicely. Could the same happen to the backpack? Well, let's go back to the websites and discuss this situation. And we're back. So let's just go, get a good look at this. Tier 3 came out first, 26 to 27,000 subscribers. Tier 2, 14 to 16,000 subscribers. Hoodie and Pants, 14,000 subscribers. A year later, Roadside Gloves, only 9,942 subscribers. That tripled in price. Sold for $2, sells now for $6+. Boots, they appeared quite a bit later. That sold for $1.49. Now it sells for $3.63. As you can see, most of it is in the green. It is fairly in demand. I think this backpack actually might work out quite alright. Now currently it's the second lowest selling skin in this current Rust store. I think a lot of people probably bought, spent their money last week. I'm under the impression that Abyss large backpack probably might barely reach 10,000 subscribers. With that, chances are it might end up like the boots. It might end up like the gloves. Maybe not instantly, but give it time. Maybe another summer. Next summer? Next year? Definitely a consideration. But, $2.49. And how many backpack skins have we had? I've got to remind you, the first backpack skin last year, or rather ever for us, that happened, back in November? And since then, if I could just quickly close this, and I think it might be broken now. There you go. In total, with all the backpacks we have, do we have a number over here? Does it mention it? What about over here? Got to make sure. Okay. Apparently, we have 30 backpacks in total. Thank you very much, Rust Help. So that'll point that out to you. Cool. How many of them are actually in the positive? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. There's some Twitch drops, and the rest are in the negative. Oh dear. Now, at first glance, I can't just sit there and say, well, guys, most of the backpacks don't seem to work out very nicely. Let's just avoid it. No. How some of these skins actually worked out quite nicely as a recent, throughout the summer. Yes. Blackout backpack, training, legacy Kevlar, they were higher in price. I've just noticed now that's $4. Whoa, I should have sold some. Anyway, whoa. Abyss Lodge backpack. Could we still see more Abyss collection skins? Could it end up like legacy Kevlar? But there's definitely room for a jacket. I am aware of that at the very least. So let's just click this. Let's go to the collection. We can see all of that in display right now. There is definitely room for a jacket. Could we see some primitive skins? I don't know. But I don't know what else is going to give the backpack a nice big boost. More weapons would still be perfectly fine. More deplorables would still be perfectly fine. To be honest with you, I think it's going to be like the Ultramarine collection. When we saw the backpack, even back then I wasn't super keen with backpack skins. But because the whole collection was fairly in demand, it just worked out perfectly fine because the whole collection's basically perfectly fine. Abyss isn't super perfect, but it's definitely got a good amount of interest, a good amount of demand. Smart Barter can still work out very nicely. It's abnormal. We can wait until next week, Wednesday night. We'll consider prices. We'll race to put barters down. Maybe we might actually go ahead and buy some. If you like it, go buy it for yourself, right? Buying something for yourself is not an investment. That's a treat for you to enjoy. But if you're considering maybe buying about 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100,000, you've got to wait until Wednesday. You've got to see what the sales look like by then make a consideration. It's always the best choice. So, yeah, that's why I made such a fuss earlier. I talked about abnormals. So, okay, cool. I think we got the point. And so, shall we now go ahead and talk about the final skin? Glister Boots. You have sold not that much. 8-9 hours in, only 1,488 subscribers. It might be a little bit more now, but with these right here, it continues the Glister collection. Still need tier 3. The skin creator is actually gone. He actually focuses Counter-Strike now. He's actually had quite a few Counter-Strike skins accepted. So props to you, Mr. Simota. However, with what we have right here, the arrival of the boots did lead to the tier 2 and the hoodie pants going up in price ever so nice. I own a lot of Glister. I had a lot of barters down, and I picked up a whole bunch of them, and that was 3 years ago, and I've suffered ever since, until now. I own 425 plus kilts. I own over 200 hoodies. I own over 100 pants. But today, I'm a winner. If I actually manage to sell these. Yes, with the arrival of the boots today, it has led to the prices going up quite nicely. Is it going to hold? That's questionable. Will Mr. Simota actually return to Rust? He only ever does now for Lunar New Year, because every single year he keeps getting his special Zodiac boxes being accepted. You know the small boxes that look similar? Yeah. But hey, if he keeps getting them, why would he stop? Only 34 sales today. I'm not super confident it's going to work out amazing, like it's going to hold its value and just work out as a super huge, insane profit, wonderful set. I lost my tongue now, I didn't know what else to say. But look at it right now. Hey, it's pretty cool. But let me tell you right now, before we saw the boots today, I don't think anybody really had that much interest in these skins. Before we saw the boots today, Glister was down bad for a reason. Hopefully we do see another continuation in the future. Maybe you might want to consider selling your skins now whilst you can. I've got a coffee can here, and apparently it's selling for $1.50. Yeah, $1.60, $1.70. Highest barter is still only $1 though. Prices don't seem to be matching up perfectly to over to here, so okay. With that then, shall we just go and game now? Get a good look at those boots, and maybe we're a full set as well. As Cheese Taco said, good luck, but you hold 10 times the demand for these skins, even with the boots accepted today. And he is correct. I have 10 times more the amount of sales of the hoodie, for example. Well, I mean in comparison with the kilt, but anyway. Look at my shiny boots. Well, look at that. Very shiny. Is that what you want, though? Okay, well, that might be a bit of a concern then. Zoom out. Let's get up nice and close. Get a good look at that holographic shine. It's like a Pokemon card. You open the booster pack, and you get a shiny. Lovely stuff. So, okay, that's looking pretty sweet. That's looking pretty cool. Why don't we go ahead and wear the whole collection? And here we are. So shiny. I'm so shiny. Look at me. Look at me. You can't not look at me. I'm so shiny. Oil spill? Damn right, I'm so rich. Yeah. So yeah, get a good look at that. I'm not sure if everyone's going to be super enthusiastic to be super shiny. Maybe some people would. Maybe it might be a bit of a challenge. Feel free to comment below your thoughts in regards to Glister collection. I'm not 100% sure the boot store is going to work out super great as an investment. The whole collection needs to be in demand. But only today, with the arrival of the boots, how we actually notice the collection getting some interest. Oh my. Standing in front of the lights at night time only makes me even more shiny. So it's a bit silly. It's a bit silly. But yeah, tier 3. Will we ever see it? Would we have to wait for another complete the sets? Chances are that might be the case. Well then, it's nice to see it, I guess. And with that, let's hop out of here. Discuss in further detail with the websites. Will the boots actually work out nicely? Or will it unfortunately end up like some of the boots as of recent, like Porcelain, like JPEG, and another one I can't remember. So, Glister Boots. Recently, we've had a lot of boot skins being accepted. In fact, this year, I think we've got a record-breaking amount. But then again, we've kind of been like recouping what's been lost or forgotten. Yeah, back in 2017, we had 14. We've definitely surpassed the amount of boots. But they were all going to be inserted into collections that would greatly appreciate having them. So, okay, cool. Recently, JPEG boots, they've gone down in price by a third. Military boots, they've gone down by a little bit. Porcelain boots have also suffered. Now, I know for a fact these sold a little bit too much. I don't really know what's wrong with that. And JPEG, I think the JPEG collection is just not very in demand. Okay, fair enough. But some of these other skins here, they've worked out quite alright. And last week's skins, they were very good. I have a quick answer for that. Someone just informed me a very good reason as to why some of the skins of the previous week have been doing very good. Anyway, Glister, if we were to go ahead and take a look at the whole collection, can confirm, tier 2, 16,000 subscribers, hoodie and pants, 11,500 subscribers. Gloves, just under 11,000 subscribers. These boots do not look like they're going to be reaching and going above 10,000 subscribers. It looks like it's going to slow down and just kind of wane out. So, okay, lack of sales could be a great benefit, right? But what also needs to happen is that you need to see the collection actually being in demand. So if I can recall, the JPEG boots sold fairly okay, not too ridiculously, but because the collection is not very in demand, it's down by a third. Black Diamond collection's in demand, Chameleon collection's fairly in demand, Pirate collection's in demand, up 48, up 34, up 27. All three of these sold almost or have sold the least amount compared to the Cloven Armour. That was very awkwardly said. Sorry about my wonderful English. So, okay, what are you implying, Hedge? I'm sorry to say, but I don't think Glister Boots are actually going to work out as an investment. Unless we actually see tier 3. And unless I see a lot of support in the comments right now saying if they like Glister Collection, I don't think it's going to be that good. This kilt has been like less than 50 cents for a very long time. And the vest, and the helmet. Hoodie and pants haven't been that great either, so yeah, I think this is all temporary. And so that's the whole Rust store. We had quite a lot of yapping, but we enjoy that. We enjoy ourselves yapping, discussing, showcasing. So is there anything else? I have a big surprise for the end of this video. You can skip ahead if you go see that for yourself. Let's talk about expectations with next week. So of course, with a small Rust store this week, I wouldn't be surprised if we probably get a big one next week, September Forcewipe. What is there with the September Forcewipe? Not a lot. I've been keeping track of the commits. I've been looking at all the interesting things Face Punchers talk about, what they're working on, whatnot. And unfortunately, the only thing that looks like it's actually readily prepared for September is the DECOR lighting DLC. That's it. Now, of course, there might be some like updates, bug fixes and all that. Okay, fair enough, that'd be cool, but it's not looking like a big content update for next week. About the naval update. When is it actually going to come out? Strong rumours were October or November. Which one? Tell me. With next week, with the September Forcewipe, we're going to get a blog post. I hope we see like a pre-announcement that the naval update is going to come out in October. And if that happens, whilst we do expect a drop in player count with September, it could be exactly like last year. Look at the summer of last year, 90,000 plus average player count. September, where did all those people go? Back to school, education. Oh no. But then, world update, back up to 90,000 almost. That is the highest we've ever seen for an October in the past. And that just kick-started a ton of momentum in which we saw a record-breaking amount of people playing Rust in January 2025. The exact same lineup and momentum very likely could be happening all over again. But when will Naval Update come out? And come on now. You know for a fact a lot of people are going to turn up. Ride all the boats, the boat bases, the pirate ships. You know people are going to want to turn up and play that. It might be goofy, janky, silly, but I'm sure a lot of people enjoy themselves. Floating cities, deep sea water, lots of interesting things, lots of interesting brand new content. Rust very likely might turn into a pirate game. And I don't think people would be too upset with that. I'm sure people will still be upset with it. There's always people upset with something. But anyway, we know for a fact a lot of people are expected to turn up for it. And let's also see, around the Christmas period, so you know, end of December rolling into early January, will we have a ton of people wanting to play Rust over the course of that Christmas period? Fingers crossed, yes. And with a lot of people playing, more demand for skins, higher skin prices, will post-Christmas, January 2026, be a wonderful time to sell skins. I hope so. I really do. So, okay, cool. That's everything to be said. Like, unfortunately, we aren't seeing that much for September. There's not much to say. I think there might be some tweaks to guns, how far they can shoot and hit you and whatnot. That was mentioned for staging. Not sure if it's actually be implemented by next week. But okay, keep an eye out. And yeah, not much else to say in regards to anything other than the DECOR lighting. Sorry, I'm just lost for words. I'm trying to figure out what to say next. Why don't I quickly point out to you, Mr. Protox is always keeping us up to date in regards to new content. He's actually made a video showcasing the brand new DECOR lighting. So you could go ahead, watch that video. It'll be linked in the description. Rust DECOR lighting, DLC, mannequin, new lights, cabinet, and more. I'll link that to you. You could go watch that. He showcases pretty much everything. Very nice to see. I like the chandelier as it goes down and up. You can't ride it though, but it's still cool. I think you could use that as like obstacles. I think we could probably incorporate that into a racetrack. Ooh. Over to here. Can confirm fluorescent lights. They will help your plants grow. All your lovely weed and your corn and your sunflowers. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So thank you once again, Mr. Protox. But there's more. Yeah, all that basically says the same thing with what I showed. And apparently we might be seeing some brand new wallpaper with the DECOR lighting DLC. Okay, cool. I look forward to showcasing that. So, alright, sweet. That's basically everything that there was to be said. As I said a little bit earlier, keep an eye out for all the newer skins being submitted. The most recent batch, the Rust Workshop skin checks for August 26, 2025. Lots of interesting skins were submitted. Lots of collection continuations on display in the chapters in the description. So you could go watch that if you want. Would you like to consider buying a shirt? It's for the frogs. But yeah, what a lovely art piece. Yes. I guess I'll link this in the description as well. Monstera made a wonderful art piece, and the community manager decided to put it on a shirt, and it's up for sale. And only 31 have sold so far. All proceeds help out frogs. Save the frogs. Why don't we have frogs in Rust? We could, like, collect them. Maybe you could sell them to a vendor and whatnot. People actively going around trying to find frogs, keep them in jars and then sell them. That would be funny. That would be funny. Also, if you want to get, like, different types of toxin and poison, you could probably, like, rub darts, no, arrows and whatnot on them. I mean, you could have darts as well. But you get the idea? Hallucinogenic frog. Lovely. Great. Oh, that'd be funny. So anyway, we'll see how that turns out. And now, we've reached the end of the video. I have a very big surprise to showcase to you. Let's hop to it. Do you reckon Night Demon goes well with the Desert Raiders? Does it? That wasn't the surprise. That was just a bit of a joke. Someone did ask me though, hey, can we pair that up with each other? At the very least, I'll hop in the desert in a second and you can see for yourself if it works, but you probably already have your answer just by looking at it. No, what I wanted to reveal to you was something that's been asked me for a very long time. I've been yapping for a good, few years now. I've already kind of showcased this in the very special 10-year anniversary Rust Store showcase from the first Rust Store where we saw Rust Workshop skins being accepted. Ladies, gentlemen, Rust skin enjoyers, I have a Twitch drop right here in front of you. I don't know whose it is though. Who might this be? I'm not sure. Maybe we could probably find a little insignia, maybe a signature too. I don't know. Maybe we'll be able to figure it out if we just looked around a little bit more. Maybe. But anyway, come on now. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. The most perfect item to choose, a vending machine. I had two versions. One with like the little door here, just making it all like a hedge. Of course, we've got like moths all over it as well. They're going to be attracted to the light. Come on now. Come on now. But yeah, this got more votes. I showcased this in the very special 10-year anniversary video. People preferred this one over the version 2. I'm so sorry if you preferred the version 2, but the majority preferred this. So, if you pan around, you'll see that there's plenty of signatures all over it. Yes. So the idea was I wanted to say thank you to all the skin creators. I didn't really want to have a super vain, have my logo all over it, have my face all over it type of design for a Twitch drop. I wanted to say thank you to all the skin creators. And with it being the 10-year anniversary, perfect timing. Yeah, we got a little hedge right there in the bottom right. It felt like it was a good choice to do that because, well, at night time you wouldn't have been able to see it at all. So we put a little hedge right there in the bottom right. It glows, kind of helps. Seems the lighting here isn't going all the way around. There we go. Perfect. We've added a few jokes all around this as well. As you'll see here, rip skin box. Perfect timing. See, consider this now. How are people supposed to get skins in game if they can't afford them in real life? You, sir, you can use this vending machine and you can distribute all your skins, sell them in every server you play in. Yeah, all that sold for all that scrap, you get it. You get the idea. Supply, demand, profit. Very straightforward. So, yeah, I mean, if people can't get their Forest Raiders anymore, their Neon Storage Collection, oh, you might be able to help them out. For a simple fee of some sulfur, some scrap, maybe I could help you out. Yes. Right. Now, some of you might be wondering, how does this look at night time? Well, we stood the light on right there. It does reflect a fair bit, but that's not what we're here for. Come on now. Turn off the lights. Come on. Make it ever so dark. Super bright, super noticeable. Thank you once again to Mr. Milho Frito who made this for me. He is the only skin creator that's been here since day one. August 20, 2015, he was in the very first Rushdog with his bloody hoodie. 10 years later, we see the bloody pants being accepted in last week's Rushdog. How wonderful. So basically, initially, all these signatures that we got, they're all in black and white. And after a while, it didn't really stand out very well. Milho Frito pointed this out to me. And he said, well, you know what? I can make it look like graffiti. I can add some colour to it. Probably bring a little bit more life to the whole overall design. I said, go on then, give it a shot. What else can I say? It looks awesome. So, at the end of the day, I wanted to make sure I had a Twitch drop that people would actually want to have, to appreciate. As I said, you can use this to distribute your skins in all the servers now. Say hello to the Rust item store. Originally, the idea was I wanted to make it look exactly like the Rust item store, obviously on browser. But some tweaks and changes happened. You might question, Hedge, why is it dark blue? I'll have you know that it's Steam Market Blue. You know, what you see in the Steam browser. Yeah. Go look at all those Rust skins. You'll see the lovely green on the top, the dark blue all around. Lovely. A nice little nod there, nice little reference. What about all the skins on sale? Every single... sorry, lost my tongue. I'm excited, sorry. Every single skin you see here is actually made by Milho Frito. Over the years, he's made wonderful collections, such as Chameleon. Bloody's technically a collection now. Tempered collection, Bee cosplay, Frog cosplay, Ladybug cosplay, lots of cosplay. Yep. But the funny thing was, every single week, what do we see? An AK-47. And, well, that's in Rust stores. And in Twitch drops, what do we always see? AK-47s. So what would I have on for sale? Well, we'll have an AK-47. And a hoodie. And another AK-47. Oh, and a garage door. And yet another, AK-47. So yeah, if anyone's going to complain about the Twitch drops always being AK-47s, that's a little nod to it. That's all in fun. It's just a joke, right? And not being mean, but yeah. So, what are your thoughts? I'll sit here and say thank you so much to all the people who have been supporting me over the past few years. Yes, I yap a lot. I have fun doing it. If you want to get this Twitch drop, you're going to have to listen to me for 2 whole hours. Haha, maybe, we'll see. They'll probably put me as a general drop. I'm fine with that, I guess. Not really. I want to have all the ad money. Give it to me. Anyway, thank you so much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for supporting me over the past, 3-4 years now. Yeah. Let's look forward to the future. Let's hope for some very nice looking Rust stores. No matter what, you'll still complain. Wait, hang on a minute. Wasn't I supposed to showcase that in the desert as well? And so, let's wrap up this video. So, what do you reckon? Does it blend in quite nicely with the rocks in the desert? Do you reckon you might be able to, deceive some people out there? It doesn't seem to be very effective with wolves. But don't wear this with wolves. It might attract them. Why does he have to bite there? Ow. Don't. Leave me alone. No, ow. Yeah, so. Hope you liked the video. And yeah, let's see if I do get a Twitch drop acceptance in the future. You'll probably be able to see that on the workshop over the course of the next few days. And also, we're now delving into September, October, November. Look at your inventory. Make considerations if you're going to get some sales in. If it's an older skin, look at previous years. during October, go see how bad it was. How bad could it be? Or would it even be that bad if we get a very big update in about a month's time, if we get the naval update in October? We'll have to wait and see. So, with that, thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Best of luck to you in your investments. And, yeah, try and stay away from wolves. Ow, ow, stop it, ow, ow, stop it. Fluffy little